Right, should be about ready here. Alright, hello people. Welcome back. Sorry that I caught you on such short notice visuals, but yeah, it's time. Alright, can you hear me in Discord? Yo. Alright, so as soon as you are just all ready to go, let me know, and we will both mute here in Discord, and then I'll pull up your stream audio, and I'll just be ready for your countdown on your stream.
Okay, hold on. You cut out for a second. What'd you say?
Saying, once you're all confirmed ready, we can both mute in here, and then I'll head over to your stream and listen to your stream audio for your countdown.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Give us something here. Alright. Okay. I have both chats up. Alright. What's up, everybody? I'm Vysuals. This is gonna be Hollow Knight, 80% no major glitches. And we go live, or the countdown starts as soon as I hit this, so you're ready, Draken. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Hollow Knight is a 2D Metroidvania platformer that was released early 2017. This is a category that is the most popular in the game by far, and I've had record in it twice, but you play as the knight. It's a little bug. Everything in the game is a bug, and you have a nail, which is essentially your sword. You can slash up, down, left, right, and you can heal off the start. At the top left, you see my health bar, which is the 5 little masks. Most things do 1 health, some things do 2 damage. The big circle to the left is our soul meter that fills up whenever you hit enemies, and like that. You can use it to heal or do damage with spells. We don't have our spells yet, but the game kind of has a if you want to go on offense or defense kind of option where you can stand still and charge it to heal, or you can use it for big damage and spells. Spells are the biggest damage in the game, and we're gonna abuse it a lot. The point of the game is to get into the Black Egg Temple, which means we have to kill the 3 Dreamers, and in order to get to the Dreamers, we need the Dream Nail to interact with them first off. But other than Dream Nail, in order to get to them, we need the dash, the wall jump, the fireball first, the super jump, or sorry, super dash, and am I missing something? No, I think it's it. Yeah. So we're gonna head over to the False Knight, and behind him we're gonna get to we're actually not gonna finish the fight. We're gonna just break out of the wall whenever we're done with the first phase. Hey, clean ball means so we're gonna deal with this little arena. It has these bugs called aspids in them. Each one takes 3 hits. We're gonna spawn right here. I ran this game at AGDQ 2019 in January, but we were running True Ending in that category. That one you have to do like all this crazy stuff and unlock the final boss and yada yada, but this one you just have to get through the game without too many, we only have about 3 or 4 minor glitches that we use. Some of it's kind of fuzzy on whether you know, define it as a glitch or whatever. Yeah, True Ending is my favorite, but it's also way scarier to do, especially when you're out of practice. I barely remember the route. I haven't done it in months. So, 80% has actually gotten ridiculously optimized, and this game has a lot of RNG, including where all the enemies are placed, and some of them you can manipulate with how you move, but some of them are just, like, they're just random. So, in this, you know, 33-minute run, loadless, there's so much that can go wrong that can just ruin a world record attempt. That's why I stopped going for record in this category. But it's still really, really fun at certain points. This is False Knight. You just gotta knock him over once, like that. And wait for him to do this. Now we're just gonna ignore him. And we're gonna leave. Most people don't know you can actually just leave that fight. You miss out on the city key, or the city crest, which is a key to get into the City of Tears the right way, but we're not going to get in the right way. And you're missing out on 200 Geo, which we don't really need. We have faster ways to get the Geo we need. Now we're going to get there's 3 spells in the game, and then there's 1 upgrade for each spell. This is the Fireball. Without some shenanigans, you need this to progress. What the... Oh, I still have my lives split up. Yeah, there's technically, I guess, 6 spells in the game. 3, and then there's 1 upgrade for each. And we're only going to see this one. Right now, our nail does 5 damage, and the fireball that we just got does 15. But we're going to get a charm later, which is like... I think the pins in Mario RPG work somewhat similar. But it's going to make our fireball do 15 damage and make the hitbox a little bit bigger, which is going to allow us to do like double hits on stuff later. And that does 20 once we get that charm. Yeah, people just know whenever I lose time on a split. Alright, so now we gotta get at least 6 hits in here, which I'm at 6 because I got 3 extra in that one room. Oh my goodness, we are full soul, let's go. It's pretty useful. So we're gonna do a minor glitch right here where we're gonna load this guy up, and then we're gonna go off and shoot a fireball off screen. Wow, we have so much soul. And it's supposed to take 4 fireball hits, but if you do it like that on this patch, it just hits 4 times and he just dies instantly. There's a lot of things in this patch that allow us to go a lot faster. The patch, shut up, Crid. The patch right after this one is the one where almost everything we use in the speedrun was patched out. Alright, so now we're in Green Path. We're making our way over to Hornet, the bug waifu. And we are going to see a couple things called fireball skips. You saw one already. That one's probably the easier one. You only use 1 fireball for it. These, you can use 1 fireball, but it's pretty risky. Do 2 and get over it. We're going to do 1 more right after this room. And once we get to Hornet, we're going to fight her, and we'll get the dash. Now here's the 3rd fireball skip. Dun, dun. Oh, we didn't turn around. Rip. Big old rip. Oh, the currency, the little shells that we're picking up are called Geo. Knew I was gonna get hit there, but whatever. This is a Moss Knight we're gonna kill that, oh, am I gonna do VK? Oh my goodness. No, we're not. I'm a bit out of practice on VK. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Oh, we already kind of messed it up by getting the Geo Rocks anyway, so yeah, let's just not do it. There's another route or whatever that you can do that kills the thing above me right now, and you skip getting Geo in 2 different spots, but I already got the first one, so whatever. It's also more risky. And no, I didn't say whiskey. Alright, so now here's the Hornet fight. In a couple other categories, I had to do this fight with 1 health, or just getting hit once and I die. So, 3 health is more than enough. I say that I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die now. That would be the worst thing ever. Oh my god, I didn't expect her to jump. This is a really slow Hornet. Whatever. About to hear some Papa.
Papa?
Now we have the dash, the Mothman cloak, and we are going to save quit back to the bench. This is going to be the first of 3 times, first of 2 times that we save quit back to the bench. So now we got the dash. It allows us to get to the fungal base, which is where we're going to get the wall jump. There are a couple tricks on the way to that, including the explosion pogo and the mantis pogo. I'll talk a little bit more about those when we get closer. But if you guys don't know, this marathon is to help Supersonic get the ESA. So you guys can click that link that was just in chat. Help him out. If I remember right, I think he has multiple runs in that marathon. ESA is pretty hype. I really want to go to one, like, within the next year or 2. 3 runs, that's what I thought, yeah. Dragon and I have both chats up, by the way, so you can type in the marathon chat. Your chat's taking the place of my live split. Because I don't want to see it. Alright, so here comes the explosion pogo. Got to pogo out this little spore, and then off the explosion it creates. That doesn't work that well or that easy in current patch. They made it to where you can't pogo off the explosion, so you have to like damage boost and barely get it. That one's a lot more lenient. There was Mantis Pogo.
Sketchy. Real sketchy.
We got the max goof noise. Sketchy. Real sketchy. Alright, so now that we have the dash and the wall jump, it is time to go get the best charm in the game. It's the only charm we're going to see in this run. It's called Shaman Stone. Like I said, it makes your fireball go from 15 to 20, or if you had the upgraded fireball, which we're not going to get, it would make your fireball go from 30 to 40. Oops, I did not mean to dash again. 'Tis fine. So we're gonna make our way over to what the game expects most people are gonna find as their first boss. It's called the Grezmother, and we're gonna just absolutely demolish it with with fireballs. First, we gotta come open this stag station real quick. Stag stations are the quick travel system in the game. One of the like 3. They really give you a way to get around this. This world is massive. Oh, actually, I need that hit. The world in Hollow Knight is absolutely massive. It's just keeps getting bigger, and even when you think it's going to be done, it just goes farther and farther down. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ay, papa!
Ay, papa. Indeed. Now we gotta hope it's gonna release all these little bugs called Grezzers. We gotta hope to kill all of them with 2 fireballs. Maybe don't. You can just run around and kill them with nail like that. Alright, here's Salubra. She's annoying. Alright, the Shaman Stone. Best charm in the game. She's gonna tell us what a charm is. Like we don't already know. Alright, now we're gonna do a thing called the Shade Skip, where we're gonna use the death mechanic in the game. Come here. Thank you. To pogo off of him to get up to a ledge we otherwise normally wouldn't be able to. So we're gonna die on purpose right here. That's not good. Come here. Over here. You don't equip yet, 92. Gosh, you equip it right here. I'm gonna get up to the ledge. So I'm gonna use my keyboard to jump and dash over completely. Tradition. Let's see if I remember how to do this. So now we're gonna come and get the Dream Nail. And the Dream Nail allows us to interact with the Dreamers, and it also, what most casual players don't know is that it allows you to, if you use it on enemies, it gives you 1/3 of your full soul meter, so enough for 1 fireball or 1 heal. Most people ask like why we're using it on enemies or whatever, but it's really useful. And if you have the Dream Builder charm equipped, it actually gives you 2/3 soul. It doesn't really say it in the description, like it does, but it's kind of misleading. I don't know. You dash off right there, it wastes 1 time RTA, but saves 1 time IGC. But I just do it every time because why not? This is a seer.
Sketchy. Real sketchy.
Did I save time? What? Okay. Interesting. So now we're gonna press or like open the menu to get control of the character. I'm gonna dash out of the room before we actually were to wake up. That allows us to fall at max speed right there. Or uncapped speed, sorry, not max speed. Alright, so coming up on probably the scariest part of the run for most runners. Either this or Queen's Garden. But there's a boss coming up called the Watcher Knights. It's definitely the biggest roadblock for new runners. At least Queen's Garden has a trick that's really, really hard, but there's a backup that is only like 40 seconds slower and way, 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 way easier. So like, the other route is only faster if you do it. It's only 40 seconds faster if you do it perfectly. And that's a rough timing, but this is like required. Like you have to do Watcher Knights. There's no way around it. No major glitches, at least. So I'm gonna pick up a couple of these relics to sell to Lim. Ow. Oh, actually I wasn't. Whatever. dropping these spikes on purpose. Because we're gonna bench anyway. This is more of a safety bench just in case if I were to somehow die to Watcher Knights, which I shouldn't, but I would basically be soft locked if it's not really a soft lock. It would just mean I would have to grind out a bunch of Geo if I were to die. Because I'd have to shade skip again, and that would mean I'd have to die on purpose. Oops. Rude. This is the gorgeous husk. Drops 420 Geo. Plays it. So we're going to come over the spire, and then we're going to open up this gate for later, over to the left. The Watcher Knights and the first Dreamer at the top of this tower that we're in right now is the very bottom. But go ahead and heal. Fuck it. You're supposed to have the double jump to get up here, but that's really the only place where you like would need it. And then this is a minor glitch called the lever skip, where you hit the lever through the floor, but the game doesn't know that you could be in there because you didn't come in the right way. So it never actually opens up, like turns on the lights for you, so you just have to know where you're going in that room. So there's normally 6 Watcher Knights in this room, but if you break that chandelier, you only have to fight 5, which is a huge blessing. Alright, so after you kill the first one, they start coming in waves of 2. Wasn't too bad. That's Watcher Knights. Definitely the most fun part of the category once you get good at it. So 2 of the 3 Dreamers are guarded by a boss. That one's the hardest of the 2, or the harder of the 2. The third one is just guarded by a difficult area, and it's not that bad if you just kind of take your time, but doing it fast is definitely scary. The second boss is just RNG like crazy. You can die if you're really careless, but I shouldn't die. But it's just a lot of time wasted if you don't do it the right way.
Sketchy. Real sketchy.
Real sketchy. So yeah, that's the Black Egg. The Black Egg Temple. Those are the 3 Dreamer masks that are sealing it. You gotta kill all 3 Dreamers and then, well, I guess you really absorb them. Whatever. So we're gonna come grab our reward for killing the Watcher Knights. So those relics that we've been grabbing, I think we have 3 right now. If I remember right. We're gonna go sell them to a guy named Lim. He buys relics from me for a pretty good amount. Relics are an interesting mechanic in this game. Oh, that's so obnoxious. Oh my goodness. Get out of my way. That's annoying. The interesting thing about relics is the fact that when you die, you lose your geo, and if you kill your shade, you get all that geo back. But if you die without killing your shade, then all that geo you had on your body is just gone forever. But you never lose relics when you die, so it's like you only want to sell your relics when you're about to when you're about to buy something. Otherwise, you're risking carrying around all that geo. So we're gonna come talk to Lim. He's out here, and he's gonna teleport back to his shop before we can get there somehow. He dream gates. Cannon. It's fine.
Boris son?
What's up, son?
Velmi outfit.
Still wish there was a sell all button, but whatever.
Kacheo, Velmi outfit. Boris Helmadelka.
Oh, now we're gonna make our way over to King Station. So yeah, we're gonna pay for this, and we're gonna go back to Dirtmouth, the main area of the game, or the main town, and we're gonna buy the lantern. The lantern lights up areas in the game, but it also makes it to where if there's a toll or any kind of gate or something you have to pay to get past in the dark, you can't interact with it unless you have the lantern. So like, we would gladly just do the room that, like, if it was, you know, dark or whatever. I think I was supposed to bench before that, but whatever. Bench before
Ay,
after.
papa!
Hi, Papa. So we need the lantern to interact with this this toll that's gonna be coming up here in a second. I look down! There's a mechanic in this game when you look down, it makes certain things, like tolls and stag stations, like, happen faster. But sometimes, if you just miss time, like, it's pretty lenient, but at the same time, like, right there, I felt like I did it perfectly normal, and it just didn't work. Whatever. I don't really know why it works, but yeah, go for it.
Alright, we have a $15 donation from Jordan the Lass saying, "Congratulations to all the runners and a huge thanks to Dracodan for running the event. It's been such an honor. There's a little something extra in this part of my donation for that insane clutch last boss kill for my Rocket Knight Adventures run. Thanks everyone." And thank you very much, Jordan, both for the run and the donation. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jordan. This is Crystal Peaks, my favorite area in the game. It's really based off cycles and yeah, I mean based off cycles, and your movement is extremely important in this area. You kind of have to know, like, if any part of a room goes wrong, you know, you have to adjust. I mean, that's cycles. I don't know why I'm explaining to you guys what cycles is. So in this area, you take an intentional bit of damage right here, and then it sets up the rest of the room where you can get through it. And we go under the platform because you know, got balls. Or and then we missed the jump.
Ay, papa!
Ay papa. But for those of you wondering what the ay papa is, well, first let me explain. What we just got is the crystal heart, aka the super dash, aka the C dash. It allows you to charge up and then fly left or right, parallel to the ground until you hit an enemy or stop it yourself or hit a wall. So ay papa is the noise that whenever I lose time compared to my PB on a split that plays. It's a runner named Acrid Stingray, that is a Hollow Knight and Bastion runner, and a couple other games, but those are his main ones, I think. And he fell into some spikes, and he said, he just yelled "ay papa," and everyone loved it. It's like the funniest clip. So, hey Marimba. We're gonna do a thing called the acid skip right here. There's gonna be 2 of them in the run. This is the easier one. That one's pretty free. The other one's the Queen's Garden acid skip, or QGA, and it's ridiculously hard most of the time, unless you're really practicing it, which I'm pretty practicing it. I was going for world record in this category earlier this week. But we'll see how I do. So right now we're coming up on the bane of my existence, the worst boss in the game, or top 3 worst bosses in the game, especially for speedrunners. It kills like 50% of my runs that are on world record pace, because you have to do a certain amount of damage. It has 300 health, and the most damage you can do is 150 per cycle. So you have to get a 2 cycle, and you have to do 150 damage in both. But he has to be positioned in the right spot, and he can also do extra attacks or do long versus short attacks. He can float far versus short, like in between his attacks. That was a fast attack, so that's good. Went 2 out of the 3. You can't get 3 out of 3, so 2 out of 3 is the best you can do. But if he gives me a fast attack right here, it's good. Oh, hey. If he gives me a 4th attack, we're screwed. Oh, please don't give me a 4th attack. Oh my god, there's a 4th attack. That's rip. We can still maybe get it, but it's in God's hands now. Nope. This is the 3 cycle. And he gives me 2 slow attacks. Nice. Thanks. Thanks, Umo. Everyone hates you.
Ay, papa!
This boss sucks. There's just so much that can go wrong in it, and you saw basically all of it go wrong. Give me a 4th attack in the first phase, which makes it basically impossible to world record. So this is Squirrel, aka the bug with the dad bod. He's gonna use his hat / mask thing to allow us to dream nail Manaman, the dreamer. So this is where the run gets interesting. If you ever make it past this point on a world record pace, like, it's in your hands now, if that makes sense. Like, it's not really, there's still a lot of things that can go wrong RNG wise, but you pass the main RNG hurdle, and now it's just execute. But it's the hardest part of the run. Other than, like, Watcher Knight's the hardest boss part. This is the hardest everything else. Like platforming, regular enemies, doing them quickly. It's just a lot that can go wrong. And you have to take 1 damage intentionally on the way to Beast In, which is the area that's coming up. And you have to take 2 damage intentionally in Beast In to go fast. So that means you can only get hit 1 time throughout the rest of this, like, the whole up until the last boss. That's not good. When you're going for world record, not in marathons. I'm probably like 30 seconds behind. I can't see my live split, but I'm pretty far behind. Alright, so here's QGA. I make it look easy. When there's no pressure, it's easy. Oh, hello? Interesting. Alright, so this arena can go wrong like 50 different ways. Let's see if we get a good one. Okay. Alright, saved it, it's fine. Cool. That wouldn't be too bad. Just like 1 second accidentally slipping. So you damage warp right there, and it places you right where you need to be because the respawn area pokes through that floor for some reason. This is the room I died in at GDQ. Let's not do that. A lot of times you may see me like jumping before a ledge, and it's just because you increase fall speed as you go down. So if you want, if you're going around like a corner, you want to try to like round the corner, if that makes sense, so that you're falling faster and you can get down faster. This is probably the hardest to optimize part of the run, but you know, we're at the right amount of health. I need to get one hit on this spider without getting hit. Be a real a-hole sometimes. Alright. So if you have double jump, you can skip basically 80%, 85% of this area. But because you can go through like a hole in the ceiling, but we don't have double jump. We have to do this area the right way, in the scary way.
Ay, papa!
Those guys do 2 damage if they hit you with their claws, so you want to dash into them before that even happens, so that way you only take 1 damage and you continue hitting them. Kind of abuse your invincibility frames. Stop that. Read the grub. This is the last streamer. This is Hera, Hornet's mom. RIP. Sorry, mom.
Sketchy. Real sketchy.
Real sketchy. Gotta pull out a live stream or live split while this is going on. Oh. So now all I'm gonna do is make our way to the Black Egg Temple and fight Hollow Knight. down right there. It takes like 2 minutes to get back up. One cool thing about this category, since we play in Chinese because the text scrolls 10 times faster, is if you ever don't know where to go as far as the stag stations go, it's always one down. You just press down once and you're going the right spot. Pretty convenient. This is the Black Egg Temple. We're gonna come in here and fight Mr. Perry himself. So, if we have enough soul for a fireball, what we want is for him to do this little dash move, because we can, if I don't mess it up, you can jump over him and shoot a fireball along the top of him, and the hitbox will stay on top of him for 2 hits, so it'll do double damage. The worst thing he can do is the counter move, which he just puts his nail up and blocks, and your next hit won't count, and it like makes the whole screen freeze for like 2 seconds. Not that long, but like a second. And just wastes a bunch of time. What's up, bud?
Sugoi!
We golded. There's a dash. I think they only hit once, but it's fine. And also only hit once somehow. That hit twice. That's the worst, is whenever he staggers right as it hits the first one. Wow, he's giving me a lot of dashes. Wow. Interesting. Alright, everything while he's stabbing himself right here only does 1 health. Or 1 damage. Oh my goodness. That's the counter that we don't want. That's the counter that we... Stop it. Cool. That's all of it. It's not... Okay. It's not a gold palm. But getting here was a gold, so that's cool. No, not even close to world record pitch. Alright, that's Hollow Knight. We'll watch the cutscene. I can't tap out or it'll go away. Thank you. Waiting for this to be over so I can tell you what time it was. Yeah, go for it, Dragon.
Alright, we have one more $50 donation. This is also from Jordan, and she says, "Thanks again for having me run, Draco. Special shout out to Chef Saber, the lass who kicks major ass at Freedom Planet, who convinced me to submit to escape to the city. This is a day I'll never forget. Thanks, gal. From the bottom of my heart, I love you all." Thank you very much, Jordan, and again, thank you for your run as well, and for your generosity. That's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. So yeah, if you guys are interested in running Hollow Knight, you should definitely join the Discord, and don't be afraid to ask questions, because there's a bunch of people there that are more than willing to help. Pretty easy game to get into. Game's only $15. Comes with 4 DLCs that are all free. No problem, dude. Yeah, it was a, at least it was a 34-minute run, so wasn't good, but wasn't bad. We take those.
And thank you as well to Vysuals for that run. Next up, we've got Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening by American Choirboy. We're just going to take a quick intermission to set that up. So thank you very much again to Vysuals, and we'll be back in just a minute, guys.